Oh, hello. Hi. And welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Miriam. I am a numerologist. I'm an intuitive. I read numbers. I speak with guides, all that fun stuff. And today, um, I am going to be going through screenshots of some questions and numbers and all that, and so I will read them to those comments. After this specific video, this will be through the comments. After this, if y'all do want me to read specific numbers, y'all can go to the Patreon link, and it's free to just type into the chat, I'm seeing numbers, okay? And so then I have a space to go find it, and it'll be easier for me to find them all, and I don't miss them. Yeah, okay. So first one here, we have. Okay. Wow, I really enjoyed listening to this last night. 11:22. I had to watch it today. 9:44 a.m. So we've got a 12:22. We've got a 9:44. Talking about the number 9, and then a 9679 or 56. Why do I keep doing that? 5679. And then 7655. Well, I mean, I know you were talking about the 95679 from the previous comments. Okay, so then it's, if you're getting 944 a lot, Leslie Templeton, thank you. By the way, Leslie Templeton is my first patron. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It was very a lovely surprise to see my first patron. So thank you. Okay, that being said, I'm all over the place. I've been all over the place today. I've got roughly 24 of these. I probably won't do all 24 today. I will slowly work down to them so that I'm not doing too much. 944, that is an 8. And that is about letting go of things that aren't serving you, but then also doing the hard work and the diligence and like maybe even the paperwork that it takes to actually let go of things that aren't serving you. Because it's a lot easier said than done. Whenever you're like, I'm just deuces, I'm done with that. But then like when it comes up, like sometimes it still comes up, you know? And then 7655. 7 being about purpose, fulfillment, the otherworldly, metaphysical stuff. 6 being about marriage and family and love and desires. 5 being about expansion and growth and relief and change, and another 5 being about that same thing, but also about trying new stuff, you know. That being an energy of a sneaky double 77, little sneaky 77 right there. Okay. And I think in the chat we talked about a 77. There was another sneaky 77 with you. So, which is a 5, which is an expansion, a 145, which is starting that journey of doing the hard work in that whatever the thing that feels purposeful for you. Okay. Going to the next, we have Donald Jones. Oh, every time this thing. Donald Jones. What is number 5 attitude number? I might have done this one already, but just in case. A number 5 attitude number is going to, I did do this one. A number 5 attitude number is going to be somebody who's a bit more relaxed, who likes to find relief and try new things quite a bit, maybe travel a little bit or try foods, or always doing something new, maybe moving around a lot. And it means that you're in a 4-year this year, which is a year of hard work, and you're moving into a 5-year next year, which is going to be a year of relief and relaxation. Then after that we have, there are three here. This is gonna be from Chrisia Fields 9208. You've got 9208 in your name, which is going to be 9. Whole and complete, exactly where you are. Consolidation, humanitarian, planting seeds for trees you're never going to sit under. 2, about destiny, patience, diplomacy, balance, give and take, partnerships. 0, being a portal, moving through and choosing to walk through that doorway. 8 being, it is 8, okay, about the return of energy, that it's a karmic number, returning energy back to you that you have put out over time. Material gain, that's where like the money stuff kind of comes in, like that's money and stuff like that is like a direct response of energy that we're putting out, essentially, like whether through physical energy, doing work and somebody pays us, or like, okay, we get it. That is a 10, a 1 in total, which is about starting new things and leading and being an individual. Okay, now that we've done that in your name, moving to attitude 9. An attitude 9 is the same attitude as the world. So somebody with an attitude 9 is going to be in the same rhythms as the world, the same essence as the world, which means this year was an 8 year for an attitude 9. Next year will be a 9 year for an attitude 9. That means next year you will be everybody stepping into their attitude next year. So a lot of people are going to be able to really elevate. Okay? This year, since it was an 8 year, you were probably kind of reaping what you sowed. There was a lot of karmic things. If you were the type of person who dealt with a lot, or like was always giving out and wasn't getting it back, you might see it coming back this year. And so let me know if that's ringing true. Then next year will be a 9, so you're going to be letting go of things that aren't serving you. You're going to really see that this is what it's about. The world is a 9 attitude, and that is because the world really cares about the whole world. Like, nobody's going to be more of a, like, for the world and world peace than the world. It's doing its best. And so people with an attitude 9 are generally doing their best to do that same thing. Then you're 101. 101, if it's coming again and again, especially here, 101 is about learning. And there's a lot of patience when it comes to that. If you have to start it, for one. You have to step that door of learning and choose to learn something new and to be a beginner at something. And that takes a lot of patience. And some fumbles. And sometimes it feels a little dramatic because you're just like, oh, why? And so if you're getting that a lot, that might be because you're on a journey of learning something right now. And maybe it's learning gratitude, because 2 is about thankfulness and all that fun stuff. Or partnership, maybe you're learning about 2, the essence of 2, diplomacy and all that fun stuff. And then we have 717. And that's talking about purpose. It's leading with purpose and the metaphysical, the analytical. Maybe you're somebody who has been very analytical about certain things. Maybe the analyzing a beginning, maybe beginning things may be a little bit hard for you because you want to make sure things are completed before beginning something. And so, but this is the beginning in your spirituality and your faith and your all of these things that you feel drawn to and feel fulfilled after doing them. Things that make you feel purpose. At 7:44 p.m. as I say this, so 7:44. You can make money doing stuff that, that's everybody. Once you find your purpose, most people are able to make money. That's part of what a purpose is. The 4 questions you ask yourself for purpose would be, What am I good at? What do I love to do? What does the world need? And what can I make money doing? And it's in that order. What am I good at first? And then what do I love? Okay. Oh yeah, the 717. So that's a 6, a 156. So perhaps there are new ways that you're trying to love yourself or other people, but you're starting an expansion of love, essentially, and or if you're seeing that a lot, that's most likely the journey that you're on. Okay, thank you so much for leaving those comments. Next, I have RJ Divine 888. You've got numbers in your name. And also, you are my second patron. So, thank you, RJ Divine, for being my second patron. I really appreciate you for your support and commenting and all the things that you've been doing since even before that. So, thank you. Okay, 888. You know, we love that. I think we already did a 888 before, and that's a 246. Which is about patience, the hard work, the rolling up the sleeves of love. And whenever you do all that stuff, you really see that rewards that coming back. Like whenever you give into a partner or yourself, because you might be your own partner sometimes. Like there, you notice those, you reap those. Life path 8, yes you are. And so people with a life path 8 are examples. When we see the number 8, we turn it on its side. We see infinite. We see infinity. We see glasses. And so a lot of times they are the example or the role model. So they, if they do good, then they good. And if they do bad, then they're gonna see bad. Most people want an 8 life path because 8 comes with money. The 8 is like a guardian angel. So like if you have 8 in your chart, you'll kind of be sprinkled with money. You always know that money kind of comes into your area, like it's just around, and it's just more about being able to stay diligent and spend properly and invest properly. Um, and so yeah, uh, that's just a short thing. When it comes to life path 8, what I will talk about is love. And I don't know about you, RJ Divine 888. With 8 life paths, when it comes to love, they often will get married late in life or like find their partner late in life. They will sometimes get married young, and that can be a rocky situation. I'm not saying every 8 is like that. Some people can find their love right away. They met in kindergarten, and that's just how it is. Because 8s are also meant to find a really good friend pretty young in life. Got a little lose it just for a second there. Young in life that's meant to guide them and help them in some way. Um, ooh. So they might be here, um, or like they're just like the energy is always being there. Okay. I lost my place on that, so. Oh, yeah. That being said, later in life, they do find love, and it's usually like they just like find that person who's like, whoa, you're perfect, and then y'all are together. Next we have Russie Tussie 5536. Good numbers. 5536. That's a 10. I don't know. I gotta look at it like that. Maybe I did this already. Oh yeah. Okay, I did this one. Donald Jones, Spiritual Enlightenment. Hi, Donald Jones. Thank you so much for all your support. You're always commenting, and I really appreciate that, and watching, and thank you. Um, Improves personal, okay, spiritual enlightenment and self expression, improves personal growth, 7337. Did I read this one already? It's so hard to know if I read it or not because I have read them before, and so it's like rereading them. It's like, I remember this. Um, that's a 10-10. 2. Master number 11, 2. Mm-hmm. Which is about patience and starting new things, and about give and take, and making sure that there is that balance, because there are sometimes there are like certain rules that we have to follow so that whenever we're at the end of our day we can sleep well at night. So like if we're thinking about it at night again and again, that means we're not acting in the way that brings us peace. And 2 is about peace. So like say it's like, so there's the rules of meditation, like do no harm, do not steal, do not lie, type of stuff. And so like do no harm is like, of course, do no harm, like don't hit nobody. But also like if you know that something's gonna hurt somebody's feelings when you say it, just don't say it. Like why are you saying it? I just don't understand why you're saying it. Not you specifically, but you know, if you know for a fact that that's don't do harm whenever you know it might cause harm. Whenever it's gonna cause harm. And then don't steal. Like of course, don't steal people's money, don't steal people's stuff, don't steal people's girl. Um, but also don't steal people's time and energy. Like if you're just like, you know what, I just want to call them just because I just feel like it, and you know, like they answer the phone, they might be a little, just a tiny bit busy, um, and still you're kind of taking a little bit of time or something, or their energy or like their information, and just like not really, not, I'm not gonna say not giving things in return, because I do think that you are. That's not what people are seeing. Like it's the give and take. Um, and then do not lie. Like so, also don't lie to yourselves. So whenever we're talking to ourselves, we do tend to lie quite a bit. Saying like, "Oh, you're not good enough." Well, what if this happened? You should be scared. Type of stuff, lies. Um, so don't lie to yourself. That's, I guess that's what came up whenever I was thinking about that 7337, which makes sense because it is a 7 sandwiching with 3 3s. The 7, oh, it is a beautiful sandwich. The 7s is the purpose around the joy, and like understanding that it is like literally our purpose to be joyful and loving and happy and dancing and creating beings. Um, that creation is surrounded by purpose. Okay. Thank you. Okay, moving to baby. Like now. When I read your message, it was 2:56 p.m. So what do you mean by divine triangle? I'm somewhat have an idea of what you mean. Okay. So the divine triangle is something that anybody can calculate based off of their numerology, and like you can go through each point in your life and see like what are the main lessons for that specific period. So it's like 0 to 9, and then 10 or 9 to 18, and then 18 to 27, and it's periods of 9 cycles. Um, and it's like these 4 squares that make up this life, like these moments, like, or these, sorry, 3 squares that make up this triangle, essentially, of your life. Um, and how things are affecting you outwardly, and then how you would be dealing with them inwardly. Um, and so a lot of times, if people are being like, not, I wouldn't say bombarded, but like kind of bombarded with like the same number, they might have their life path be a number, an 11, their destiny might be 11, their maturity might be 11, or their divine triangle might be an 11. I said divine triangle because it is something that is the answer to a lot of this life path, specifically the one that you're living's issues or hurdles. Um, so yeah, That might be in there. 256. That's a, as you know, the 2 2, and then so we got a 22. We got a 4. I mean, you're gonna be working, and you're gonna be learning stuff, and then you're gonna get that information back, and you're gonna be comprehending, and you. I think you know this though, Billy B. Okay, Billy B. Here it is again. It's raining, and I'm not going out there. Lightning. So here's my question, and that's me. In previous years, I started seeing 11s all the time. 2, 11, 3, 11, 11, 11, 8, 11. Oh yeah, and this was the other comment before this was the continuation of this comment. That's right. Both totaling 11, and I think I even said in response that 38 is an 11. All the things that are 11s. 9 and 2, 29. So this is why I even brought up the divide triangle thing, is because you are being bombarded by 11. You started seeing them at a certain point, so you might be in an 11 period of your life. Like during this 9-year cycle, you might be just having 11s. 11 too. Okay. Here we have Donald Jones. Thank you. Donald Jones got angel number 2233. And that's going to be patience. That's going to be understanding the balance of things when it comes to joy and co-creation and socializing. Like, in this case, because this is an 8, it's like being aware of like what energy you're putting out and then returning. So like, okay, I really want to do this thing. Like, I really, really, really want to eat this cake, and then I have the cake and I feel like garbage afterwards. You are being told by the cycle, look, this is just what it is. Like, it's not even like you're not in trouble. You're not being like scolded. It's just 7:57 p.m. as I say this. You're not in trouble, but you are technically doing something like after maybe the first time you do it, and it's like, ooh, I figured that out. And maybe the second time you're like, how do I know it was that? Because I ate a whole meal, I ate everything, I ate all this other stuff too, so it might be that. It might not just be the cake. And then eventually, like, the only thing you eat is that cake, and then at that point. So the next time you eat the cake, and that's the same with people. You may really think you want to be talking and interacting with certain people and socializing and partnering and diplomatizing with certain people. And this number says pay attention to how you're feeling after you're done with those interactions. Not only with other people, but also with yourself. These conversations that you may be having with yourself, are you providing a space where there's enough balance and security that you can actually start, partnering with yourself and bouncing ideas off of yourself and trusting yourself to create. Okay, thank you for the comment. And then we have, so you have angel number 1133, Donald. So which is another 233, but it's still slightly different because we have the 1133. So it's like new ideas to partner, new ways to partner, understanding the individualism of each person that creates that partnership. It isn't just a two, it is two individuals that are choosing to come together. Both sides are choosing to come together and putting that energy in equally, so then it can be fun. Not only fun and joyful, but loving in a way that it feels pure, as opposed to, do they really like me? Let's see. And then we have here, you gave me your birthday, June 6th, 626. I think I commented that too. I did, 1986. So that is going to be one. You're going to have a life path number of. Let me make sure I'm doing the math right. 11. Oh yeah, I did. No, I did that. I already did the math. I remember doing it in the comment. It's master number 11 too. Is your life path. So balance is really going to be important for you. Um, seeing that, like the Libra scales are going to be important for you. Um, I say Libra scales because scales. Um, Also, you have a lot of good ideas. You're gonna have a lot of great ideas in general. There's gonna be sometimes, like, I think you probably have somebody around you, but it's good to have people around you who are gonna keep you on track with those goals. Which is a lot of times like kind of keeping like you have all these ideas to keep peace. You have all these ideas to create this fabric to where people can communicate a bit better. Whenever you have this master number 11, that's the path. That's the life path, is to discover that these are things about you, and that you have access to. 66 was my first sandwich number that I got with Lilo and Stitch. And so it's very nice to see your 626 up there. That being said, your attitude number is going to be a 4 or 5. Right? Hold on. Yes, it's going to be a 5. Which means you were in a 4-year this year, moving into a 5-year next year. 4-year was hard work this year, rolling up your sleeves, doing paperwork, being diligent. And if not, then that's none of my business. And then next year will be a 9-year. A 9-year. Why do I keep wanting to say 9? It is going to be a 9-year for the world. But for you, it will be a 5-year. So you can actually relax a little bit more. You might be able to change up a career, or I don't know why I wanted to say change up career. So you might be doing that. With your life path number being what it is, I think that path to relaxation is spirituality. So that's going to be a 7 energy composite. So yeah, makes sense. That looking inward will provide that for you. Of course, because it's really a part of your essence, is to show people these new ways that they can find peace, so then people can freaking relax, man. And you're hard working at it. Okay, Donald. Oh yeah, right. This is okay. Donald. I see 11019. So that's gonna be a 3. Now that 1 with that 0 is going to be passing through that portal of 0. So these two individuals are going to choose to come together and then move in through that portal. And then that 1 being 3, so it's going to be fun. And then that 9 coming together would be 1, 2. So taking that step back, being like, okay, where's that patience and partnerships and balance and grace and gratitude and thankfulness? Ultimately leading back to that 3, because whenever you realize that you have that trusting relationship with that give and take and that balance, and you're able to have fun and be joyful. Let's see here. Alright, we've got great video ponytails. Yes. 1111. Yeah. 1111 is going to be, I just wanted to read it again all the way through, because look, I am wearing my glasses, but I am still heavily dyslexic. 1111, I do like to let people know that 1111 is going to be a 4. When we see 1111, it's letting you know that you are surrounded by supportive energy and stable energy. That also means that there's hard work to be done. And it's just saying you will be able to do the hard work, because if any other time that this is going to be happening, it would be more difficult. Now you're surrounded by the energy to be able to do those things. You're supported by it, Billy. And anyone else is getting 1111. Leslie Templeton. 1111. Yes, indeed. And then a 5671. 5671. We're gonna have a 2. That's a 1. It's a 1. But it's not just a 1. It's that one, that beginning, that's that innovation, that idea, through expansion, through love, through purpose, and then starting it. It starts to, like, eventually, like, these messages, as they tell you, like, it's like this whole clock, hey, you want to start something? Okay, well, then try something new. You want new ideas? Then try something new. Go out and do something different. Go around and experience the world and see what lights your heart on fire. Does it make you feel like not only your heart's on fire, but that you can do it and that there's purpose? There's a reason why you came here? Did you feel like, oh, there's that serendipity? That's why. That's why. Because, like, 7 is just like a question mark. And it's just like, that's why. And then you're like, okay, I got what I needed, now let's go. And you start. And you do it. And so maybe you're starting. So, yeah, I do. But maybe other people who are going to be seeing that comment are meant to see it. Other people who are watching this are meant to see it. So if you're seeing those numbers, if you're getting numbers in, you just know. Okay, then I have Sabrina Russell, 333, with attitude number 11. So we got a 333. That's understanding how you're whole and complete exactly the way you are by having fun, by co-creating, and just being the being of creation that you are. So I love seeing a 333 because it is also still a 9, which is about this is just what it is. It's the everything all together. At 11 attitude is going to be somebody. So technically with attitudes, that's the one time that you don't really count a master number. But also in your personal days, their master numbers still count, but they just want the essence of the number. So essentially, an attitude number in attitudes would be a 2. And so that is somebody who really does see balance or imbalance a lot of times. You can really see when there's like, and if there's like, I feel like that was enough to explain. So if that doesn't make sense, just let me know if you are seeing this again. That being said, this year was a 1 year for you. Right, yeah, it was a 1 year for you. So that means that you were probably starting a lot of stuff, planting a lot of seeds. If you're seeing this before the end of the year, plant the rest of your seeds that you want to plant for next year. Because when your 2 year officially starts, like when we get into the next year, and honestly, the essence of 2 might already be around you. Your plans might be falling through. Things might feel a little bit more just like you have, like, things around you are dramatic, but you're able to just like deal with it, a bit more. You're generally somebody who kind of sees both sides, so you can like chill out. 8:08 p.m. as I'm saying this, by the way. Because next year you're gonna be moving into a 2 year, which is gonna be your attitude, which is, you know what, I'm not gonna plan it too much. I'm gonna be like, let's see what happens, because you know how life works. And you know how sometimes, like, when you tell God your plans, that's whenever he wants to be straight up just goofing and I was going to say goofing and boofing, and I'm sorry about that. And I did say, I'm sorry for saying it anyway. Okay? So an attitude, too, is going to be somebody who does have a lot of patience and diplomacy, and maybe sometimes be a little dramatic if you want. Maybe be a little bit more dramatic. Maybe you are dramatic, honestly. Because that's what I'm hearing. Not that you're drama, but like maybe you should be a little drama. 34 minutes and 43 seconds on that recording as I say this. So maybe you are drama. Beat the drama. You're allowed. Okay. I think that's all that I'm gonna do for the night. Actually. Oh, that seems like I'm like, so yeah, I think that's pretty much all I'm gonna do for the night. that is roughly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's 16 of those comments, which means there's another 8. So there's 8 comments left that I will be going, or maybe 9. There's about 8 or 9 comments left that I'll probably be going through and posting at another time. But I'm going to go get my dinner because I can smell it. And I'm getting hungry. So I'm eating kind of late. Anyway, in the meantime, lovies, keep a lookout for the numbers. And you can put them in the Patreon if you... So that's because that's where I'm going to do them from now on, okay? Otherwise, if I am going to respond to these, I'll respond in the comments. And if somebody else sees these and you notice that you are in the Patreon and they aren't there and you see it, you can always copy and paste it and pop it in the chat for me, if you care to know about those numbers. But other than that, yes, keep a lookout for the numbers and stay synchronized. Did it stop recording? It didn't. It sure didn't. I heard you stopping.